Well, we've had a letter by this company asking that they want paying for £13.90's worth of fuel for 20 something litres of fuel. Well, we've had a letter by this company asking that they want paying for £13.90's worth of fuel for 20 something litres of fuel, which is very, very cheap. Really cheap, nearly half price probably. And they're demanding an extra 30 quid on top of the £13 odd. I've disputed it. Now they've put it up to 74. I've disputed it again. They've sent it to a bailiff. I've plainly asked you guys, VARD, for proof of evidence. Whether if I've allegedly went in your petrol station and the payments declined after I've gone out the petrol station. You're not being very clear, guys, or professional here. I've also asked you, your letter describes that I've non-payment drove. Does that mean I've drove? I've asked for CCTV of that. Either way, you cannot supply CCTV or evidence of a transaction of decline. 8 weeks back and 2, 6 to 8 weeks back and 2, still nowhere. Received a message off you yesterday to say that you do not categorically have any evidence. You do not keep any evidence. Well, your guys at the petrol station, the manager turned round at Texaco, Rutland, North Wales, said that you're in charge of all the CCTV. So somebody's obviously getting something wrong there.
So here's the evidence from VARS Technology. We can confirm that we have conducted a review of your correspondence, which appears to be with ChatGPT. Okay, whatever. So basically it confirms it. However, we must inform you that we do not store the CCTV footage, and therefore this is something we cannot supply you. So they've got no evidence that I didn't. But they're saying I've not paid for this fuel. I mean, what are they actually saying here? Let's just get into detail here. I have a letter from VARS. It's basically saying you obtained 20.6 litres of fuel worth £13.78 and you did not pay for it on the 22nd of the 11th, 2024. You know, and I didn't pay for it. All right, you're saying I didn't pay for it. On what grounds did the transaction bounce? Have you got a transaction receipt to prove it bounced? Have you got a video to say that I made off and didn't pay for the fuel? What's actually going on here? You're not very clear, are you, Vars?
Have any evidence. You do not keep any evidence. Well, your guys at the petrol station, the manager turned round at Texaco, Rutland, North Wales, said that you're in charge of all the CCTV. So somebody's obviously getting something wrong there. Yeah? So I'll send a copy of your email showing, and I'll send you a transcript from GPGPT saying that this is not right. Without evidence, you cannot demand money. You cannot send a bailiff to me. So I'll add all this at the end of the video, and I'll add your email saying that you do categorically Video I'm making up on YouTube to make the public aware that of something what's happened. A company called VARS in Blackpool, they're a collecting agency, so are demanding money out of me. So apparently I was at a petrol station just before Christmas, and apparently I obtained petrol and didn't pay for it. So obviously I got in touch and said, when was this? And I can categorically say that I was not there at that particular time. So I asked them for proof of this, back and forth for the 6-7 weeks, 8 weeks even, trying to get proof of this. It turns out that you have no proof, no transaction to say that I've gone in with a card and it's declined afterwards, or basically I've drove out the petrol station. They're not being very clear what's happened, to be honest. I've asked them on separate times which one is it. Have I drove off without non-payment, or have I gone into the petrol station and paid by card and later on it's declined? But both, they cannot tell me. They've just got no evidence. Anyway, they sent me the first letter, VARS Technology from Blackpool Collecting Agency, and they stated they wanted £43. There was a £30 charge because of this. So I challenged it, and then it said, I got another letter saying, if you don't pay for this, it's going to go up to £74. So I've already been in correspondence and back and forth with emails. So I sent them another email explaining why you're putting the price up, because I put a dispute in. And now they've turned around and said it's going to a bailiff company. Now, we're going to ask ChatGPT what they think of it, because I've just done it and they've said potentially this is fraudulent. Without actually having proof I owe money or evidence, meaning have I drove off and not paid the fuel, or proof with a transaction through the card machine to say it declined afterwards. Obviously, I've stated from day one, if this is true, I've either won, which I know it isn't, categorically not true. I'm willing to pay for it if they can prove. So let's ask ChatGPT what this is. Hello, ChatGPT. A company called VARS in Blackpool is demanding money out of me for non-payment of fuel. I've asked them on numerous occasions over the last 6 to 7, 8 weeks for proof or evidence of this. They've kindly got back to me eventually after numerous emails saying that they do not have any proof or evidence of me owing any money, even though they've sent it to a bailiff company. Is this fraudulent? And we'll see what ChatGPT's got to say. And then ChatGPT has come up with what I want to hear. It sounds like you're dealing with a situation that could be, well, you can see it yourself, important to handle carefully based on what you describe. So we'll get to the juicy bit. It says here, no proof of evidence if a company is demanding money but cannot provide any proof or evidence of this debt. It raises a red flag, VARS Technology. If any legitimate debt collection process, the creditor is usually required to provide evidence of a debt before any legal action is taken. Well, they've already sent it to the bailiff company. And this is ChatGPT AI. Bailiffs. If a bailiff company has been involved without clear evidence of proper communication, this could be problematic. The bailiffs typically get involved only after the court order. Well, if this goes to court, what judge in any land or any rubber stamping centre like Northampton one is going to give a court order based on a company saying that they want money out of me based with no evidence or anything? They've got no proof. So anyone could drive into this petrol station in Rutland, North Wales, the Tesco one, Texaco, I apologise, and you could put 50 quid in. 3 months later, they could say you never paid for it. Do you understand what I mean? This is not on. If a bailiff company has been involved without clear evidence or proper communication, this could be problematic Bailiffs typically get involved only after a court order. Without evidence of the debt, the process could be unlawful. See, I think it is unlawful. And just to cover me back, I'm gonna go back on that and say it could be unlawful. Fraud typically involves international deception for financial gains. If the company is knowingly demanding money without any bloody proof, using a bailiff company to pressure you, this could potentially be considered fraudulent behaviour, especially if they're trying to coerce you into paying something you didn't owe. Thank you very bloody much. Your rights, yeah? You have a right to ask for proof. Do you get that, VARS Technology in Blackpool? Of the debt and the dispute of any claim that you believe are false. If they cannot provide proof, they should not be pursuing the debt through bailiffs. If the UK, you can contact the ombudsman, which I'm doing now. Well, let me just show you something, guys. I'm going to put you on pause for 1 second. I'm going to show you an email from this VARS Technology. And wait till you see this. Wait till you see this, guys. Thank you for contacting VARS Technology. We can confirm that we've conducted a review of your correspondence, which appears to be ChatGTP. Yeah, so what? It's formal and it's professional, so why shouldn't you use it? However, we must inform you that we do not store CCTV or any footage. Therefore, this is not something we can supply. The claim is now with DCBL, as we did not receive the payment within the period of 28 days prior, therefore. So that's it.